Hey guys, today I'm reviewing Vita Liberata Invisi Foaming Tan Water. I gave this mousse 4 out of 5 stars, so I do like it, especially compared to all the other products that Vita Liberata has put out recently. I haven't been that impressed, so I wasn't expecting to like this one as much as I did. They always come out with new innovative tanner ideas, but once I actually try them, the products themselves kind of fall flat, so I was excited to like this one. This is a clear mousse. These kind of seem like to be all the rage right now, these clear mousses or waters. And this comes out, when you pump it out, it's a white mousse, and it has a nice foamy texture, which I liked. And the price of it, this is $40 for the 6.7 ounce bottle. So that works out to almost $6 an ounce. But I think it's worth it, but it is pricey. And the smell of this one has virtually no smell, which I didn't mind. If you smell really hard, you could smell a tiny bit of DHA, and by the time my tan had developed the next day, this is when you leave on overnight, the smell was stronger, but it wasn't ever really strong, so you could only smell it if you really tried. Applying this one is pretty easy, and it's nice that it's clean. You don't need to worry about a dark guide, but one thing I really don't like about this product is they claim it's transfer free and won't stain. It definitely does stain. It stained my sheets, it stained my bra I was wearing, so I was really upset about that. I used white sheets when I applied this one, and there was brown spots all over them the next morning. So that's not good, but I used a tanning mitt to apply it to protect my palms, and I highly recommend you do that as well. It just makes it easier to apply as well. But the mousse kind of glides over your skin, it blends in really nicely. And the drying time for this is pretty average as far as mousses go. It took about 30 minutes to dry, and while I waited for it to dry, it felt pretty sticky on my skin. And you do need to worry about it staining your clothes, so if you wear anything light or white, make sure not to put it on until it's completely dry or you will stain your clothes. And the results. So this one I tried in the medium to dark shade. They have 3 different shades of this. The medium to dark is the middle one, and I got a true medium to dark tan. By the next morning, I was about 3 to 4 shades darker, and I was actually surprised with how streak-free and natural my tan looked because there was no color guide. You need to be so careful while applying this one because you can't see where you're putting it, like the ones that have a dark guide. So if you're new to self-tanning, I wouldn't recommend this one, or I would start out with their lighter shade. This one's more for experienced self-tanners. I took my sweet time while applying this. It took me a while just because I was really careful not to miss any areas, and it ended up that I got a really smooth tan. But there's no room for error with this one because you can easily miss areas and cause a really streaky tan. But mine looked really good, and I was happy that it looked really realistic and natural looking. It wasn't orangey or a fake looking tan at all. I really liked the color, and it was pretty dark. It still could have been a little darker, but it was a medium to dark shade, and I really was happy with it. But like I mentioned, I would only use the medium to dark. They actually have one that's even darker than this, but I would only use the medium to dark or the darker one if you're a very experienced self-tanner like myself. It lasted about 5 days before it faded, and this one fades pretty drastically. It doesn't fade naturally. I had some dry areas, especially on my shins and my thighs. I used an exfoliator to make it fade faster just because it didn't look good. It looked kind of scaly. Men, I think you will like this one. Like I mentioned, if you're looking for a darker tan and if you're experienced as far as self-tanners go, I think you'll like this one, and definitely use a mitt. But I did like this one. I think it's a good self-tanner as far as Vita Liberata's products go especially. So I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And for more information on this self-tanner and many others, please visit us online at SelfTanning.com and on Facebook and Twitter.